Hey guys, Augiesaint here and welcome back to the channel. Hope you guys are having a fantastic day, and today I just want to talk to you guys about all the currencies in Fallout 76 as a newer player. So we're not going to cover every single currency, but we are going to cover most of the currencies that you will be facing very early on once you get to around level 50 and onwards, even as soon as you do your very first public event. I know that's like a little bit overwhelming for me knowing all this stuff, for learning all this stuff now coming back into Fallout 76. So I thought this would make a great guide for all the new players coming in to see what kind of stuff that we can get with currency wise, as well as knowing about the daily limits, because there is daily limits on all these currencies you can earn. And if you don't know about them, then you don't know that you should be going out to go, you know, like maximize your daily currencies. I mean, obviously you don't have to min max, you play it as you like. But if you are trying to build yourself like a cool Secret Service armor, you're trying to reroll a legendary weapon to get the modules and stuff, this guide is going to walk you through all of these currencies and how you can get and obtain most of them every single day. So I've put together a quick and easy to understand Google Doc. I will have this link down below in the description for you guys. And I got all of this information off of the Fallout Nukapedia, which I'll also leave this link down below in the description. This shows you pretty much all of the currencies. We're not going to cover all of these currencies in the video, but if you wanted to know every single currency, there they go through everything: ammo points, atoms, caps, claim token, gold bullion, legendary core, legendary modules, script, fuzzy token, pretty much everything. But I'm going to give you guys the ones that you need to know about now as a newer player. So let's start out with caps. You can get 1,400 caps per day from the vendors, and the vendors are found at all the train stations. It is this little dude in the background, yeah? So they start out with 1,400 caps a day. And now these vendors, they all share the same inventory of caps. Like they won't have the same stuff. So each and every train station will have a different vendor. They'll sell different stuff, but they will share the caps. So only 1,400 caps can be earned per day from selling stuff to them. Although that doesn't mean you can only earn 1,400 caps a day. You can still sell to other players. You can trade, you can sell at your camp, you can do daily quests, you can do main quests, side quests, you can do anything that can earn you caps. You just cannot sell stuff to the vendors once they have reached their cap limit. And you also can't really buy stuff and sell stuff, because when you buy stuff they don't get the whole amount. Like say now you sell something to them, or if I was to buy something, let's see what can I actually buy over here that I might need. So let's see what's cheap. A Braxo cleaner, so it's 10 caps, they're at 831, so it should go up to 841, right? We buy this and it goes up to 833, so they only gain 2 caps out of the 10 caps. That's what, 80%. They only got like 20%, so you can't really just, you know, cap them out and then buy everything that you want from them and then cap them out again, because they'll have more caps, so you can sell your stuff back and forth like we used to do in like older Fallout games. But you do get a little bit more, so you can, like, if there is something you see there that you do really want, like they do, all of these have different materials over here, so if you need any of these scraps, you can buy them out, and that one there will gain like 20 caps, so then you can go and trade something for 20 caps just to make a little bit of caps back. So that's it, super simple caps. We're just going to go through them. I'm going to get too in depth with it now, and then let's move on to the next thing. So this is the first big currency as a new player: gold bullion. Now gold bullion, you can earn 400 of them per day. You can earn them, you trade them, you trade treasury notes to actually get the gold bullion, and this resets at 1700 UTC every day. So you can earn 400 per day, and you get them by trading in treasury notes. Treasury notes you get from all the public events. I have a list over there which we also pulled from the Nukapedia, so shout out to the boys on this website. Really great website, a lot of information about Fallout. And there that gives you the different amounts that you get: 2, 3, 4, 4, 6, and 8 for Colossal Problem. I believe that might be the one with the nuke on the Mole Rat King thing, but we'll get into that later. So gold bullion is earned through trading treasury notes at the vendors. There's 3 exchange vendors found at Foundation, Creator Core, and White Springs Mall. So let me just show you guys now. So gold bullion, let's head over to, I like to go to the one at the Creator. You go to Creator Core and it's very fast and easy to find it. And the one at Foundation, you pretty much just spawn at Foundation, you run up and it'll be right by the elevator going up there. I think you may have to do the quests involving the settlers and the raiders to actually unlock these, but you should be able to go trade them whenever by these kiosks over here. So this is the gold press machine. You come over here and then you have to go to inventory. See, I have 28 treasury notes, and you can trade up to, you can get 400 golden bullion per day. Let's go ahead and trade that in, equals to 280. I think one sells for 10. So you got to sell 40 treasury notes per day to cap out your gold bullions. And there we go. We now have our gold bullions. And then what you can actually do with these gold bullions is you can trade them with each vendor at all the different places as well. They do have a lot of good stuff like the lunchbox. They have a lot of good plans as well. This is also gold bullions is how you get the Secret Service armor. I believe for that you have to go to Vault 79 is the gold bullion vendor where you can get the Secret Service armor. There's the creator vendor, and then there is the, where is the foundation? Down the bottom, yes, so my foundation vendor. So when you fast travel that, just go to the exterior and you run straight ahead. There'll be a elevator, and to your right will be the gold machine trading thing, and Samuel, I believe, is the guy to trade over there. And then once a week there is also this wandering merchant called Minerva. There's a website, I'll show you where she is each week, because she goes to a different spot every week, as well as she sells a different inventory every week. She pretty much pulls from all three of these vendors and then gives them to you at a reduced price. I believe it's like 20% cheaper than what it would be from these vendors. So make sure to check her out each week and have yourself some gold bullion saved up so that you could buy stuff if she has something that you really like. I will have a link down below in the description of a website that pretty much shows you and updates every single week when she is there. And then another place you can actually come to get extra gold bullion is at the Wayward. This is found over here on the map. There is Vault 76. It's a little bit down and to the right you find the Wayward. I believe this is where the initial quest brings you once you leave the vault. So you come in here and so we spawn into the Wayward and we have to go up the stairs, and with this vendor you can actually trade, what's his name, Smiley, and the most you can get from him is 300, and he resets every single week. So you pay 6,000 caps and then he will give you 300 golden bullion. And he resets, I believe, with the weekly challenges. To go to challenges, weeklies, I believe he resets on that week. So every Tuesday as well, 5 days and 20 hours from now. You can come back, 6,000 caps, and get yourself another 300 golden bullion. There is a max hold limit of 10,000 gold bullion on your character. So before you trade in your treasury notes, make sure you aren't at 10,000. Otherwise, you won't receive any gold bullion and you'll practically be wasting your treasury notes. So with this, we pretty much covered gold bullion and treasury notes, as I told you guys about there. Earn from public events, you go and trade them at the bullion vendors. And another way to actually get treasury notes is from the Wastelander daily quests. The raiders and the settlers will award you up to 3 per daily. I'm not sure how many dailies you can do from them each every day. And there's also other daily quests from the White Spring refugees. Once you unlock the responders, you can get some more treasury notes from them from their dailies as well. I believe they reset once every, like one quest resets once a day or something like that. I don't really do many dailies, although I do want to start making a video pretty soon on what dailies you should be running every day, because I know I could be earning extra treasury notes here to go and get these dailies over here done. More treasury notes, more golden bullion, more cool plans. And then moving on to legendary Scrip. Now this is one of the most common ones. You can get this as soon as you go to your first public event, or as soon as you earn your first legendary. You can basically do this, as you can go and trade then legendaries for legendary Scrip. Now you can get 500 of these per day at the vendor. Trade legendary weapons and armors for Scrip. Vendors found at all train stations as well as by the rusty pick. Then as you can see, we can find these legendary exchanges at any of the train stations around the world. Come to any of them, you hit E there for use, and you can trade any legendaries you have. And depending on the legendary, how many stars you have depends on how many Scrip you'll get. So for a legendary 3-star weapon, you'll get up to 40 Scrip. 2-star weapon 15, and I believe a 1-star is like 5 Scrip. And then for armor you do get different prices as well. I believe for power armor you get the most. A 3-star power armor piece I believe goes for 45 Scrip. Basically you come to these vendors and they have a limit of 500 per day. Trade as many of them as the legendaries as you want. Unwanted legendaries, I have actually a stash full of unwanted legendaries. Whenever I go to public events I just stock up on all of these legendaries. So these I'm pretty much not going to use. They're only for me to trade, as well as weapons. I have a lot of legendary weapons that I just trade every day, and that's pretty much how I keep my stash full. I have another mule character as well with a bunch of 3-star legendaries for if we do ever get a double Scrip weekend event. I believe we have one coming up soon, and you can actually get, I believe, probably 1,000 Scrip. I've never been around for one of those, so I'm going to just trade them on my mule character there, because I have like his whole stash filled up with 3-star legendaries. And then another place you can actually come and trade your legendary Scrip is at the Rusty Pick, which is found right over here on the map. There's a lot of stuff happening there. Okay, there it is, Rusty Pick. You can find in the bottom left area of the map. There's Vault 76. It's pretty much just straight down from the vault. You come in here and then you can trade your Scrips for legendary weapons, armor, power armor, but most importantly, legendary modules. This is what I would suggest using it for. So you come on into the Rusty Pick, and then to your left, you'll find the vendor via Purveyor Murmur, I can't say his name. Anyway, you want to trade for legendary modules is the best thing to buy from him. Don't worry about Bolt Steel Scrap for now. And then if you really wanted to gamble at different legendaries like range weapons, power armor, melee weapons, you can over here for Scrip. it is a little bit more expensive than actually trading, so you can't actually just buy it and see if you get a good one and trade it back. You will lose Scrip overall. But if you want to take yourself a little gamble and try, go ahead and do that. Otherwise, I would highly suggest to use all your Scrip on legendary modules. You can only buy 100 of these per day, and this is what you use on when you craft legendary weapons and armors, like pretty much trying to get your unyielding set for Bloody Commando, or trying to get the perfect fixer, or trying to get the perfect anything to try and get bloodied on your weapons, or any perks like that. You will end up using those to craft yourself weapons and use legendary modules to either give yourself the different amount of legendary prefixes on weapons. So you want to start stocking up on those as much as you can, and that's pretty much becomes the end game crafting of Fallout 76. So another way you can also get these legendary scripts other than trading legendaries is to get them from the daily ops, daily quests, and ally quests to reward you different amounts over there. I'm not sure on the amounts, but I do know you earn them from there, as well as I believe from the operations, which is the expeditions. You can go on those into like Atlantic City or the Pit. You can get some stuff there, but I'm going to do a separate video on that, as there's another currency involving expeditions, but you do have a small chance to get a different varying amount of Scrip from there as well. And then the last thing that I actually only found out today is Nukacade Points. Now I actually had the max limit of 10,000 of these, so make sure you don't do like I did. I've been doing these probably for the last few weeks now, not knowing that I actually had this maxed out and that I could spend it on stuff. But basically, these Nukacade exchange can be earned from public events that take place in the Nuka World on Tour area. They can also be earned from playing the mini games in the Nuka World on Tour area, and they can exchange them for rewards at the Nukacade prize terminal. So let's hop in game and I'll show you guys where that all is. So the Nuka World on Tour can be found down the bottom here, pretty near to the Rusty Pick, and you spawn in right over here, and it is in that little tent over there at the back. You can see it looks like a Nuka-Cola bottle lying down. You come in there and there will be all the different games you can play, so you can earn arcade points by playing these as well. You do get the Nukacade points from just completing events in here, so I believe it is the Spin the Wheel event, as well as the Love Tunnel event and the Wild West event, which takes place around there somewhere. And then the vendors you can find over here is vendors there, and in the back is vendors as well if there's too many people hogging these. But you come here and they will have varying different levels, and I believe you can trade most of these, especially this one a lot of people like is the mutated goldfish. So you can get a bunch of stuff here, as well as the Thirst Zapper, which I haven't bought yet, but I will be getting it soon. I spent all my... I can actually buy it right now, so let's go ahead and buy it right now. There we go, Thirst Zapper added, because I spent all my points this morning buying all of these expensive things in this. These are all stuff that can be placed in your camp. That's pretty much all the games that you can camp play. You have Bounded Roundup, Bottle Blaster, Nuka Zap Race, and Whack-A-Commie. So if we come out of the terminal, it's pretty much all of these things. So there is the... Did they tell you the name? They don't tell you the name, but that's Whacker, whatever it was. There's Whack-A-Commie. Hack-A-Commie, whatever it is, all these different games. Bandit Roundup, so there's the Bandit Roundup, I believe you have to shoot stuff that pop up, and the Nuka Zapper Race as well. So all of these can be placed in your camp, and then let's have a look at the Thirst Zapper while we are here. So let's see what that looks like. Thirst Zapper. Apparently it squirts water. So this is the Squirt Zapper, and then for the last level there you can actually upgrade this, and it does different effects and things, so we'll see how this goes. I'm not sure if there's like a really good build for this, but I'm sure it's just a fun little gun to have as like a collection. But if we go back to the document I have there, there is all the rewards for you guys. If you want to check them out, you can also go find them over here on the Nukapedia page, and you can see what all of those things do, because in the vendor they don't really give you a good description of what everything is. But that is pretty much it for all of these currencies. Let me know if I missed anything or if this has helped you guys out as a newer player. And if you are a newer player, what I could suggest to focus on is the legendary Scrip and the golden bullion. So these three currencies right here, you want to try and max those out every day if you can. Like whenever you play, just make sure you know about these and it's in the back of your mind, so you know you can play towards getting these however many hours you can play per day. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 2 hours, 3 hours. So always do public events when they pop up. As you see, there's all the different amounts of treasury notes you get. You hand those in for your golden bullion every day and trade all the unwanted legendaries you get from these public events to get your legendary Scrip to start stocking up on those legendary crafting materials, which you will then be using to craft yourself the best weapons and armor in the game. If you did like the video, please drop a like and subscribe to the channel. Helps me out so much, and I'll catch you beautiful people in the next one. Augiesaint out.
Run free and dive into the sky. Hear the